Hello and welcome to the JCC studios where we will be filming J-Talk, an informative news show for students on all three JCC campuses. I'm Jeremy Becker, your host. I'm joined by Alan McElwain on sports. Behind camera 1, we got Dan the Joke Man. On camera 2, we have Sam. In camera 3, we have Gil. And behind the desk, we have my co-host, Veronica Lynn. So without any further ado, let's get started with J-Talk. First up on J-Talk, we will take you back to the exhilarating story of Paragon Springs with Veronica.
Thank you, Jeremy. The talent of JCC was definitely on display with the Uncommoners' most recent production of Paragon Springs. Paragon Springs is an updated version of An Enemy of the People with a cast of 10 actors and actresses. The story follows the life of the chief medical examiner, Dr. Thomas Stockman, who learns of the corruption of the town and who holds a share of the town's main tourist attraction, the healing waters of Paragon Springs.
Choir practice tonight, Emmanuel Lutheran, 2 hours. Choir practice tonight, Hope Presbyterian, as long as it takes.
That's the problem there. Only a man who is doom eater wishes.
My favorite part of the play was essentially when I ended up rallying up everyone. I'm kind of the agitator of the people.
Paragon Springs was a great production, and we congratulate the Uncommoners for putting on a wonderful performance.
On March 6th, the Community Blood Bank held a blood drive in the Student Union on the Jamestown campus.
So you'll come in and fill out some paperwork to make sure that you're eligible to donate. We check your blood pressure, your iron, and your temperature. And then we'll get you in the chair and clean you off and hook you up to our machine and get you going.
Attention all sophomores, you are running out of time to enroll in graduation. Don't forget to check with your advisor to make sure that you're all set.
Out with the old and in with the new. An open house was held on April 2nd for anyone looking to go to JCC. High school students were able to tour around the campus and talk to student ambassadors about JCC and see what our school has to offer these bright and talented students.
You can find out more in person than looking online or phoning up and asking one of the admissions directors. Open house is getting to know your professors that you could possibly be working with, getting to go with the res hall, seeing them in person. It's just about coming to campus and feeling what college is like.
Speaking of talented, Veronica will tell us about an exciting event right after this break.
Hi, my name is Greta Gustafson, and I will be performing in this year's JCC's Got Talent. I will be performing an original song that I wrote myself. JCC's Got Talent is always welcome to poetry readings, to original music, to comedians. It's always really fun and interesting because everything seems to be very original. JCC's Got Talent will actually be held in the Sharman Theater Wednesday, April 19th at 7 p.m. The admission is $2 to go and see all these fun acts. There will be refreshments, a 50-50 raffle, and all of the proceeds go to Phi Theta Kappa, but it's sponsored by PTK as well as Student Senate. So it's very community-based here at JCC, and the students are running it, and they found all the acts and they're finding them, and it's really fun and interesting.
Welcome back to J-Talk. There will be a talent show in the Sharman Theater on the Jamestown campus April 19th starting at 7 p.m. Faculty and student performers will be judged by the audience as they get to show off their talents. For more information, contact Kayla Crosby.
Now catch up with Jayhawk Sports and Alan McElwain. Alan?
Thank you, Jeremy. In baseball news, the Jayhawks open their season at home with a doubleheader split against ECC. The Jayhawks lost the first game 8-0, but managed to win the second game 4-3 on a ground rule double by Jose Pena. In other news, we caught up with the wonder kid, Jeremy Becker, who rolled his first 300 game at Frewsburg Lanes on February 27th, ultimately rolling a 702 series. And here he is to talk about his perfect game. So, Jeremy, please tell us what it was like to roll a perfect game.
It was really exciting and really nerve-wracking. Mentally, I was nervous. I was physically shaking in the last frame. I didn't really think I'd ever come close to a 300, but when I finally let the final ball go, I realized it just did.
At what point did you realize that this really could happen? You could roll a perfect game.
The last frame, first ball in the last frame, I threw a strike. I'm like, okay, I'm doing okay. Nerves are pretty calm. Take a breath. Then I pulled the second shot in just a little bit, but the ball just kept going down the lane, didn't move right at all, which was good. Struck. Last ball, I was shaking extremely. I had to take a good 2 minutes before finally throwing that shot. It was really fun, really nerve-wracking, but I do not want to shake like that ever, ever again.
What was your initial reaction when you saw the last 10 pins fall back into the pit?
I was really excited. I threw my hands up in the air. I screamed, yeah, at the top of my lungs. It was a lot of fun. I took a sigh of relief, and I pointed up to this guy commemorating my grandmother, who really helped me early in my career.
Thank you, Jeremy. That's it for J-Talk Sports.
Thank you, Alan. And next on J-Talk, we'll give you the inside stories on what everyone did for spring break.
As I'm sure you guys already know, spring break was a couple weeks ago. Here are the details on what everyone did for break.
What did you guys do for spring break?
I was in Las Vegas, craziest kingpins in the world, and gambled and lost a lot of money. It took us a lot to get back, but it's okay, we're still progressing.
I played with Carmelo Anthony.
I went to New York City.
Met Kanye West and Travis Scott. I went to the hookah house and hanged out with friends.
Would you recommend going there for anyone else?
Yeah, if you want to lose a lot of money, or if you want something adventuristic, or just find like all the weed spots, I'd recommend you go there. It's legal.
I would recommend it to a lot of people who's entrepreneurs. The city is filled with broken dreams, so have a strong heart.
After the commercial break, we'll come back with my favorite segment of J-Talk, Jokes with Dan.
Oh, Lord.
Welcome to Jokes with Dan. I'll be telling jokes every episode, so let the comedy begin. What would bears be without bees?
What?
Ears. Why was the sand wet?
Why?
The seaweed.
Wow.
Why was the teddy bear never hungry?
Why?
He was always stuffed. What does a nosy pepper do?
What?
It gets jalapeno business. Thank you for joining me on Jokes with Dan. Stay funny.
Thank you, Dan. Well, that's all the time we have for J-Talk. I'm Jeremy Becker.
And I'm Veronica Lynn. See you next time.